Welcome to Married AF. We are your hosts, Brooke and Randall Fowler. On this show, we discuss the topics that really matter.
Like big veiny cocks and our favorite TV shows.
So pull up a chair at our kitchen table and hang out.
While I bulldog my nuts. Hello, people.
What up?
What was that?
What?
Sound like parachute pants.
What?
Sound like parachute pants from back there, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
Who knows? Is it a ghost?
I don't know. But, hello everyone, we are back.
Sorry, that was my chair.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
And we have...
The band is back together. This episode was so much fun.
Yes.
So much fun.
Oh, it was a great time. I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Okay.
Jason Alme and Christina were fantastic.
Yes, you are super distracted right now. What? Why are your headphones on sideways?
Because I didn't want to move them while the intro was going and make a noise. So now I'm stuck.
You can move them now.
Yeah.
Yes. So Jason Alme and Christina were Team Alme has been in Atlanta this week visiting family. So we actually had our guests on for this episode in the house with us recording. It was the first time we did that, and it was super duper fun. We also did right in the middle of it, or right towards the end of it. It's not in the episode, but we paused and did the Royal Rumble thing for the Small Town Mentality podcast, where Jody kind of hijacked the RSS feed. And Alme just did his part and ours, because it was a bit of a circus, but it all ended up pretty cool in the end.
Yeah. That's Alme's wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I did kick the shit out of Alme.
Sure.
When they first got here, immediately, when he walked up the stairs to come up to the house, I kicked the shit out of him. And then we shook hands like men. And now we're best friends.
Yep.
And that's how life goes and how it should go.
That's how, yeah. I mean, it's just crazy that he, like, looks like Priority Society is about to call us. But yeah, the same, the amount of people that, like, y'all know in common. And it's like, we met him through podcasting. He lives in New Hampshire. Like, it's just such a small world. But we had a great time. And,
yeah. And if you get the chance to ever podcast in person, I recommend it. It's 1,000 times better than having guests via Skype and stuff. The flow is just better, and you'll see on this episode. I'm excited for you guys to listen to it. It's fun as fuck, and I can't wait to have them again when they're back in town. I'd even go up and hang out with them. His wife is fantastic. She's funny as shit, and had a great time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this one.
Yes, and so before we get into the episode, though, one thing I did want to say is, which is kind of a bummer, but that there was a loss in the podcast family yesterday, wasn't it?
I think it was Monday night.
Monday?
Yeah.
Super sad that Perry Johnson did pass away on Monday, lost his battle with some horrible fucking cancer, obviously, that, I mean, it was like 8 months ago that, you know, they announced that he was battling with this kind of stomach cancer. So whatever that kind of cancer is, fuck that shit. It's awful. So we are definitely thinking about Lindsay and his kids this week. Fucking sucks. But
yeah, it sucks. But he's not suffering anymore. It sounded like it was a rough battle. He fought valiantly, and they did all that they could. So, you know,
yeah,
sucks. But yeah, he's not suffering anymore. So
that is true. All right, so we will be now calling. We're going to be releasing an episode. Are we releasing it, or are they?
Probably both.
So we're about to talk to Priory Society again, the sexy lifestyle podcast. And so that'll be on another episode, either of theirs or ours or both. But for now, you motherfuckers enjoy this awesome time that we had with Jason and Christina Alme of the Shit Happens When You Party Naked podcast. So make sure you check them out as well. It's a great podcast, and we will holla at you later.
Yep. Suck somebody's dick. Have to do
Hand
that.
me a beer
It has to.
if you have them in there.
All right, so we're just going to start with the chat.
Yeah.
Either y'all
Straight
want
up.
water? You need a water?
I'm good. I have my favorite beverage on the planet, Diet Coke.
Oh, you are such a
This-
weightlifter.
This is the best. I know, right? Some things never change.
I know guys that will drink 15 gallons of that shit every day.
Jason's one of those too.
Yeah.
Thank
They
you.
can
Thank you
drink
for that,
it
hon.
by the truckload.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how Matt Olson was.
Well,
He always had a Diet Coke.
that shit is the
water.
best. It's so good.
So we were just listening to one of y'all's podcasts on the way, and one of the things that was mentioned was you quitting dip as one of the New Year's resolutions,
I think it was
but
like
for a day and a half.
Yes. That was a couple years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, that
Oh, that-
I
that-
tried it. Yeah, we told the story not long
Oh
ago.
yeah, he's not. Yeah,
I'm the worst.
he's not. I even got him like the fake dip, like the
They make fake dip.
yeah. What's like
It's called Big League Chew.
pretty much. It's what's it even made out of? It's made out of like herbs.
tea
and-
and shit and molasses.
Does it
It's
even taste
atrocious.
close?
No, and it falls apart in your mouth. It's gross. I tried it for a day.
Oh, because real dip is
Well, this stays together.
Yummy.
not gross.
Yes.
How long have you been dipping?
Well, it's going to sound really bad.
Complicated.
I grew up when I was young, I was on a farm with my grandparents in Cowpen, South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the real name of the town. It's
Cowpen. Cowpen. Yeah.
And
You do have a southern.
he gave me my first chew when I was 8.
No shit. I thought he sounded like he was
Really?
from Canada.
Papa George.
A boot.
A chew.
A chew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chattanooga Chew was the brand. Sure did. I threw up everywhere and then said, give me another one.
See, that's
Just 'cause
incredible.
I'm spiteful.
I almost tried dipping when I was in my early 20s, just shit-faced drunk with a couple of buddies, and one of them throws a dip in, and I was like, "Fuck it, let me hit that." And he was like, "Dude, you're gonna yak everywhere." We were at his apartment too, and he was like, "Fuck that, I'm not giving you this shit because I'm gonna give it to you. You're gonna fucking puke everywhere. I'm gonna have to clean that shit out of my rug. Fuck you." And I said, "All right, well, I don't really feel like puking everywhere right now, so I never tried dip again." I was like, I
So
don't
have
puke.
you been dipping since you were 8?
No, I took
You took a break?
Took a break during my developmental years,
Came back to it later.
and really it started back in high school baseball.
How tall would you be if you wouldn't have dipped at 8?
And if my mother wouldn't have smoked cigarettes
that.
when I was in vitro, yes, I'd been 6'10",
In utero,
like
not
my
in
dad.
vitro.
Yeah, my dad's 6'6", and my mom's 5 foot and smoked during pregnancy. So
That also is a factor. But
Thanks,
I just
Mom.
like to fuck with you on things like
of
that.
course, but yeah, it's
That's what we do as wives.
it's
my job.
it's the worst. And when the funny part is, Gunner or Griffin both are so appalled by it though that hopefully they never pick it up. Those are our 2 boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had 2.
Yeah, he's 13. Yeah, he'll be 14.
He'll be 14 in February. He lives in Alabama with his mom, so we have him
every other weekend and
ish because
In
he's in
the
sports
summer.
now.
He's got a beard. He started shaving at
Holy
11.
shit! Yeah, I saw a photograph that you posted on Twitter of this guy. He looks like Justin Long. If you're familiar with Justin Long,
Yes, people have
he
said
looks like
multiple
Justin
people have
Long.
said that.
Yeah,
With a really good tan.
yeah, he looks like a young Justin Long. Yeah. Maybe he'll date Drew Barrymore. At
13.
some point.
That's the dream.
That's
I
the
mean,
dream.
Absolutely. Hopefully it'll. He keeps on track with football. He's way better than I was, so hopefully he stays with that.
He's a football player, you say?
Yeah, he's a quarterback.
He was dressed very dapper in the photo that I saw of him. You guys went out and did the lights, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Went to
for
Stone
Christmas.
Mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Snow
Oh,
Mountain.
and his Christmas suit.
Yeah, he had a Christmas
Yeah.
suit on. He looked very
Yes.
dapper.
Oh yeah.
He didn't look like the kind of guy who would play football. Actually, he looked like a straight A student. Looked
Well,
very
he is.
dapper. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does
He's
both.
super
We're
smart and
very
stellar
lucky.
athlete.
So I'm like the one that's going to be rough is Gunner, the young one.
Mm-hmm.
He's
He's just
terror.
gonna fuck shit up,
Dude,
just here to
he's a
fuck shit
different
up.
demeanor. He's rough. We've had him in jiu-jitsu since he was 3.
God
Like
damn.
the day he turned
Wow.
3. He's been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
So if
for
I
2
wake
years.
him up right now by being too loud, he gonna come out here and whip my ass.
Oh,
He would
just-
try. He would headbutt you.
He gonna put me back in
leaves
that
with the
headlock
skull.
and
He would just be so excited that people are
That's
over
true.
here. I mean, I'm surprised he hadn't come out here.
like headbutt me in the dick and then put me in like
He's
a toe
pretty
lock.
rough, yeah.
Armbar you.
He's got my He's like a clone of Randall, and then got my personality, which is just like all piss and vinegar, and so he's just quite the
It's a
combination.
wonderful mixture.
Yeah. And,
If you get him full of piss and vinegar and put him in a body where he can actually fuck people up when he's an adult, that's going to be great. I hope you guys save up some bail money.
hey,
So
well,
that's why we're gonna have him in every sport imaginable to keep him out of
Yeah.
trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know how we didn't bring this up. Something's wrong with all of us, but we didn't even mention it. Me and Alme fought out in the yard when they came
Yeah.
in. So that's
yeah,
over.
yeah.
We did
Actually,
fight.
I think my nose is it's done bleeding now. I think it's
I mean, it was a good scrap.
it's
I feel good about it. You know, that's
yeah.
how you get things over with.
Well, I don't. You know, these teeth are. I mean, these
Who
were
needs
veneers anyway. These were veneers anyway.
Mine are veneers.
They're replaceable.
Yeah, mine are totally
Randall
veneers.
doesn't have many real
No.
teeth in his head.
These two are veneers.
All these are. It's
Yeah,
a
these
gazillion.
two are veneers. These are the fake ones. Yeah, these are the good
Randall,
ones.
why do you have veneers?
Well, my originals were pretty beat up. I had when I was training with Team Sturgis in Alabama and boxing and MMA and stuff.
Oh.
I ended up with a big chip in my front teeth,
Ooh.
and I looked like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. So if you can picture it, it was
Yeah.
legit. And I was like, you know what? Fuck, I do something. Went to the dentist, and he's like, all right, $7,000,
Ouch.
you know, and we'll fix those front nasty smilers.
So that was not covered by the dental insurance.
no.
Oh.
I'm glad I did it.
That's
rough.
cosmetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were tiny little chiclet teeth. Like I had garbage teeth, and Brooke seen pictures of them, and she's like, God,
Yeah,
these are
like
good.
a mouthful of Cracker Jacks. Yeah, it's
it was
better to start over.
I'm
It's
all
something
about
good
it.
to pay for. I would do it too.
And we
That's
have
worth
I think it's a great investment if you know, because I've had mine for 10, 15 years. They're
Longer
still,
than I've known you, and we've been.
They're still
I
solid
mean, it's
as
been
a,
10 years.
These are
As an
20.
oak.
These two veneers are 20-year-old veneers.
Yeah.
These are 20-year-old veneers that I got here. So they just turned 20.
You chipped yours too, didn't you? Your tooth.
I had like hairline cracks and fractures and stuff, and that's actually how they got insurance. I had this crafty dentist who was like, "Hey, I can get insurance to cover this because I'll report these hairline fractures and
Nice.
say that you need veneers because it's like a structural thing. You know, fuck your teeth up one day, and we'll get your dental insurance to pay." Well, at the time I was a younger man, so we'll get your dad's dental insurance to pay for it. So ours got covered. I think we had to make I don't know. I was 17. I wasn't paying any attention.
Gotta love a dentist that's good at paperwork.
Yeah, he was getting shit done. He was like, "I want to get paid. If it's
he's
the difference
getting
between
paid either way.
He gets paid either way, yeah. And if it's
Yeah.
going to be getting it actually done or saying fuck it,
Yeah.
then yeah.
because he thought we
Figure
were
it
going to
out.
bounce, and he was going to get whatever percent to zero. He doesn't want a percent to zero, so he said, "Fuck it, we'll make sure
Nice.
insurance covers this bitch." So I got veneers. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
what I thought was interesting was the fight was a tie. We finally just quit
Ended in a
because
draw.
we were tired
Yeah.
of it, and so but. Officially, I'm the winner because we did have to pull our wieners out and see who's.
Oh, yeah, that just wasn't fair.
That's the only.
That wasn't fair. I think
That's
you
all
know
we
what?
could do.
That was too bad. We had to use wiener girth.
I know.
As because I mean mine's really long. It's just super thin. I
Yeah.
mean it's like the USB cable we're using here. It's like I don't know why we had to decide on girth. I could have told you coming in, girth was not a good measurement for me. You're like a dip can, you know what I mean? Short and thick. But
that's
I'm
how-
like a spaghetti noodle over here. It's like long and thin. I mean,
That was my nickname in college. Was the beer can.
yeah.
So there
That's-
you go. Yeah,
that's-
you picked the wrong one. I
so-
gave you the option.
I know,
Said
I
length
should-
or girth, and you said
I don't know
girth.
why I
and
thought
don't-
girth was a good idea. I need to Google what girth is. Actually, I'm not. It just sounded like a cool word to say in comparison with my dick. So how's yours compared to Bearded Dad?
Oh, bearded dad is disgusting.
I heard he's like that Evian bottle my wife is barely gripping. It's that big. I got her the biggest Evian bottle. For you listeners to imagine, it's a huge Evian bottle.
And it's not. I don't want people to get it wrong because I've mentioned his cock a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the show. Not
Yeah.
that it's. I'm not doing it in a normal bro way of like, oh, my boy's got a huge cock. I'm
Yeah.
saying it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Tastes awful too.
Nah,
Tastes so bad.
Dude, you
I was
can't
like,
even
"Ugh,
imagine.
ugh," just the smell. I mean, before it even got
Yeah, you
near
don't
my
even
face.
have to
it
get
was,
close to it. But it's so meaty, and it's like the world's biggest potato.
Ugh.
I remember it's discolored. It's super
like,
hairy.
oh.
Like,
Dimples.
dude, brother.
Have you seen this in person?
Yeah, we lived
Sounds like
together in college, and
Oh.
he's
He just has a huge dick.
grossly,
But
huge.
not like a huge
not
pretty
in a
one.
good way. Like, not in a man. That's a big, nice cock.
Yeah. Sometimes you see a
No.
cock on the internet and you're like, dude, that's a nice looking cock.
That's a
Remind me to email that guy. It's a nice
Well,
looking dick.
I think it's definitely
I
a
need to compliment
fallacy
him.
that, I mean, there's definitely a point where a dick is too big. I mean, you're not going to do anything
No.
with it. You're like,
Yeah.
well, that ain't going in me. I can't
not-
do
yeah.
nothing with my mouth.
What's-
Definitely not going in my ass.
Yeah, I'm not breaking a jaw on that
We
thing.
can't do this.
Come on, like I'm gonna get veneers covered after trying to deep throat that fucking thing. No,
Yeah, and if you
I don't
he
even have
just
dental
showed you?
insurance.
no, I mean it was all with college fuck. I mean we had
I think we
5
might have to
guys in a
explain to
house.
my wife how guys are like when we live together in college.
Disgusting, and it's all
Gross.
girls,
Yeah.
guys. You don't know who's coming out of what rooms, nude, and he's gross overall as a human. He'll tell you that,
Yeah,
and or he was then especially, but he would come out and be
Oh.
like early morning, and not like morning wood time where it's everyone's going to be a little impressive. He would come out like 3 a.m. when you should be tiny, like
Yeah.
just fell asleep.
and it's
everything's-
cold in the apartment. And yeah.
and everyone else is shriveled up, and it's just
So-
gross.
He's a shower, not a grower.
Oh, he's both, but no one wants it. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's not.
Just-
It's not something. No woman on earth.
His wife.
Oh, so he is married.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got a gaggle of kids.
Poor lady.
Gaggles.
Poor lady.
He is about as fertile as you can be. He knocks
Yeah.
up everybody.
Wow.
So how many kids does he have?
He's got
Wow.
4 with
I think he's got 4
With 5 different ladies.
4, 4 or 5. He gets it done.
yeah, I think he's got 4 with because him and Tiffany have 1.
Yeah.
And then all the other ones are
With different women.
Yeah, let's do our shot to Bearded Dad's cock. His enormously gross.
I'll drink Diet Coke to
disgusting
that.
cock.
he's going to love
Everybody, good to have you guys here.
Great to be here. Thank you guys for having us. I always love doing this in person.
Oh, it's way better.
The phoners are fun, but it's so much better when you can like look people in the eyes as you're speaking with them. You don't have those weird moments where you accidentally talk over them because the computer cut out and you didn't hear them and you think maybe it's my turn to talk and then you start going and then they're still going and you think, wow, I'm really bad at this. I should quit. I should maybe even consider killing myself. And, you don't have those when you're in person. It's great. It's wonderful. Plus, knowing that you guys are in sort of like my neighborhood. I mean, this is where I went to high school. I spent a lot of my formative years like driving around here, being a fuckwad, going to movies around here, working retail around here. So it's kind of like it was interesting driving over here and being able to pass by all of these like, oh, yeah, look, there's the martial arts school I used to go to learn Kung Fu. And, there's a movie theater I used to, and there's the place I used to shoplift from.
What's crazy is we even share some common friends we've discovered.
We do,
which
yeah.
is
It's a small world. It's a small world.
That's
It's
fucking
weird
crazy.
when you meet someone on the internet and then you realize like, holy fuck, we know a lot of the same people.
No shit.
And like we like roll in some of the same circles. We might have been jerked off at some of the same massage parlors. I mean,
Totally
it's
possible.
really, really weird to think that the same Asian lady might have had fingers in both of our asses at one point.
There has to be more of those here in Atlanta than New Hampshire, right? They're everywhere here.
They're all over the place here. And I don't think, Christina, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there are that many Asian massage joints up there. That was
How
a
the
very.
fuck am I gonna know?
You made a very funny face, but the podcast listeners can't hear your face. Regrettably, because I'm sure your face sounds wonderful, but they
She's
can't hear your
the
face.
Asian massage parlor directory of
she's
New
a-
Hampshire.
Expert.
Yeah, no,
I don't know. You
alphabetical
drive
order.
around the same roads. The reason I was asking is because I don't go into them. I'm a married man. I don't go into Asian massage parlors, but I drive past them. So sometimes I make mental note. I'm like, wow, there's probably a guy
New
getting.
Hampshire?
I don't see many in New Hampshire. That's what I was trying to say. Is there's a bunch down here. Although there's a huge Asian. What I've learned from living up north in the New England area is there's a huge Asian population up there.
Yeah.
And I think it starts in Boston. I think that's the shipping containers that they bring them over in dock in Boston. It's like a big port. And so they unload these guys, the ones that survive, off the shipping containers, and they just let those guys, they let those fuckers run free after a few years of servitude under the Yakuza or whatever, the triads. They let those fuckers run free, and some of them make their way up to where we live.
What's funny is they end up doing so damn well and starting a respectable jerk off
I know.
salon. And I got friends that can't get their shit together and hold down a damn
That's what I'm saying.
job doing shit. So
I have friends like that, and you think, here's this 90-pound Vietnamese woman. She's 53.
she hasn't seen her family in years.
No shit. She hasn't seen her kids in 16 years. And, here she is, one hand in my ass, the other hand jerking me off, one foot up on my balls, and she's working for a living.
Pure
she's
profit.
working. That was a $40 massage / toe job / jerk off. $40. And how many of those does she have to do in a day to bring home $32K a year? And I got friends that can't hold down a job at Bed Bath & Beyond. Come on, man.
I know.
Get with it.
So are you guys is this legit? Do places really are these really around where you
Yes.
have the happy endings?
Not to self-promote too much, but my younger brother is a guest on an upcoming episode of Shit Happens When You Party Naked, and he has a story of experiencing this himself.
He really
Here?
have y'all
In
ever
Atlanta.
experienced it?
I have not. I've never been jerked off in an Asian. I
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
not just because my wife is listening to me right now and we're making eye contact, but I can say this honestly. I have never been jacked off. I've never paid for any kind of sexual anything. I've never paid for sex. I've never been. I got a wax one time. It's called a boyzillion, but that wasn't really sexual. That was business. But I paid for that.
That was hair removal.
Yeah, that was hair
business.
removal. I didn't ejaculate. No one touched my penis.
That is not
The wax
erotic.
touched my testicles. But yeah, it wasn't erotic. I kind of bled a little bit.
In no way are those. I had my
I commend
eyebrows
you for
done
that. I mean, can you
not
imagine
long
that, though?
I would die.
What was done on your eyebrows on your satchel?
Yeah.
Yeah, boyzillion.
Taint.
It starts around the penis, around the testicles. It goes up. And actually the hot. They use the hot. What do you call it? The wax stuff.
Yeah.
It feels kind of nice
When it goes
in the
on. Of
crack.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
But then when they rip it,
In your crack.
Yeah. So like the
fucking
first 10
way.
seconds is nice, and then when they rip it off and you're like kind of feeling fluid down there, and you're like, am I bleeding? Like, is my asshole bleeding right now?
There's no
Yeah.
way you're
My
not
asshole's-
bleeding because when I trim up the man area,
Mm-hmm.
if I just get near my balls with the clippers,
Oh.
it causes, for some reason,
Oh.
a full blown
Preach, brother.
damn
Preach.
bullet wound on the ball sack. That skin is not meant for any kind of real exposure.
This is why, on occasion, ladies, we appreciate recognition for the stuff that we do to keep ourselves appealing to you, sexually speaking.
It's hard.
So
it's
how
tough.
often have you gotten that boyzillion? Like, has Christina got to reap the fruits of your labor?
Not even once.
Because she's looking a
Regrettably,
little
no.
confused.
I know.
with
She's
your-
like,
I'm just questioning
she's like,
whether or not
"You
he actually did that.
motherfucker."
It might just be for fun right now.
You'll never know. My buddy Jimmy, I told you about my buddy Jimmy, who we used to hang out in this area. Well, he went to college in Utah, and I used to go out and visit him. We'd go skiing and shit, and we'd go to Sundance and look at the movies and stuff, meet all the directors. And he was a big fan of the Boyzillion. So
Really?
yeah, he was like, dude, you want to get your asshole waxed while you're out here? I was like, oh, okay, we could go skiing. We could go to Sundance, watch a movie that hasn't been released yet. I could get my asshole waxed. What a fucking weekend. This is a fucking 4-day weekend. This is
quite-
incredible.
Quite
It's
to-do
a
list.
one-timer to me. Like, I would probably try it once.
Yeah, cross it off your bucket
Yeah.
list.
I've never even gotten a Brazilian wax.
see
That's
how-
what I was just thinking. I haven't either.
No, I just shave. I'm good
Now,
with
I've,
that.
I've got
Yeah.
to also back Alme here, and this is going to sound totally bullshit. No one's going to believe us because we're both saying that we've never paid for sex, but
Yeah.
we've been like, especially when we were dating, we would go with friends to like the Pink Pony,
yeah.
Claremont Lounge,
Oh, we
famous
drove
places.
past it earlier tonight.
Has she ever been?
She hasn't, and
but I just
actually,
learned
neither
what it
have
was.
I. I really want to go
Fucking
sometime.
A. Why, if we would have known,
Yeah.
we would have taken you. Brooke made me go when we started dating because I'm from Alabama.
Yeah.
That was his initiation.
And but she knows like
I like
have
the
a-
idea of like jumping him in like a gang. This lady,
just
that
like
lady
that.
comes out with her can smashing tits and starts beating the shit out of him with
I'm
him.
like, you want to roll with me? We're going
Yeah.
to Claremont.
I've got one of those signed by Blondie down at our bar in the basement.
Yes,
That
yes,
she
yes.
signed after crushing with her tits, her
Yeah.
enormous tits. What's impressive is her niece who took over for her because Blondie's semi-retirement now.
Yeah.
She crushes the cans with her ass.
I heard that. Yeah.
And it's more impressive because Blondie's flapjack tits.
Yeah.
She's just
She
using
uses
her
her
hands.
hands.
Yeah, she's using her hands with her titties kind of.
Her niece is young and uses straight.
Just claps them cheeks. Just
and
claps them
crushes
cheeks. Oh, my God.
the beer can.
It's
She
impressive.
glass or bottle? Or glass or can?
No, it's a can.
Because I'd love to see her do the glass and just say, like, you know what? I'm tough.
I'd be more impressed if it
I'm a
just
tough
disappeared.
bitch. I
she
can handle
chews
it.
the glass.
She just sucked it in and it just disappeared. No bottle at all.
She puts it in whole, spits it out empty.
I would pay you. I would tip enormously for that.
I mean, imagine this lady trying to fight you though with her tits out, and she just comes at you, and there's like 4 appendages. There's like 2 fists and 2 tits just swing. She's like Dr. Octopus
That
with her
is
titties trying to beat the
Blondie.
shit out of you.
I mean, her tits are easily like they're
This
they're
thin.
down to her.
oh my God, yeah.
They're this thin.
terrible.
Because,
They've been put through the ringer.
It's physics.
Oh, yeah.
When they
It's
get
just
down
gravity.
here, they're just. And she just. Boop.
Sir Isaac Newton predicted it in his theorems of gravity that eventually the big old pendulous titty would eventually fall.
I remember
It's
reading
panning
that.
out.
But
He's often credited as asking, wondering, is the moon also falling? That was kind of his way of developing that the moon is also falling towards the Earth, but the centrifugal force is also kind of keeping it in place. But it wasn't the moon; it was really it was Blondie's
tits.
big old
Titties,
titty. He's
yeah.
like, is the titty also falling?
Yeah.
She was on when did Anthony Bourdain do that episode?
a couple years ago,
Randall found some video online of where Anthony Bourdain was doing something.
it was his Parts Unknown. But he
Was
just
it a
loved
Parts
Yeah,
Unknown?
he
I
just
thought it
loved
was
the
before.
Claremont.
Yeah, but he went to the Claremont
Blondie's
and
Parts
Blondie's on it.
Oh God!
He's chilling
He's
with
hanging out
Blondie.
with her.
I'm
Oh,
like,
my
Love
God.
that spot.
how much cocaine did they do? Because this was like before he stopped drinking and everything.
Oh, yeah.
geez.
She sat with us one night because that's what I was going to say. And Brooke will testify so I don't sound like I'm being a dick, like I'm too cool. I don't ever get lap dance. I don't like that. Like, I don't want to smell spit on another girl. That's from another guy or the glitter, and it's my personal space. And I'm not trying to be too cool, but that's just for me.
No,
like,
he just doesn't like a
anxiety.
lot of people.
I
in his
never saw the
personal
point of paying like $20 for it.
And
either.
that, too. I
It's
don't
like the
wanna pay
girl
for a
wants
boner.
$20 to sit in my lap. I'm like, no, I can do this at home, like
Yeah.
much more efficiently. Like, give me a laptop
It really
and a
is
couple of
like that.
tissues. I can take care of my own business. I'll get back to playing Nintendo like that. I mean, I got a pizza in the oven. I mean, come on. I'm not trying to.
Right.
I got to put on shoes to go pay some girl to $20 to sit on my lap. My buddy Jimmy, who I mentioned, he used to love that shit. He'd be like, let's go to the strip club. I'm like, I mean, I'm going to sit there. I got $5 to my name. I'm going to sit there and watch you pay this lady to sit on your lap. I mean, can't you just go talk to a girl and get some legitimate, like, go date someone with a vagina that will let you do stuff? Like, why you got to bring me into it?
Dude, we all have those friends. I had buddies that would go there at the Pink Pony, or guys I worked with, and they dropped $5,000.
Oh, God.
And they would swear that the girl was for real in
That
love
they
with
were-
them,
oh,
and this is real
so
this time.
sad.
And I mean, they'd find out what's your shift for the night. Oh, I've got to bring in $3,000 or I can't leave.
Oh,
But
God.
if I make $3,000, I'm good for the night.
Yeah.
That's what those girls will say at most spots. If you'll cover their nut, they're out.
Yeah, I would tell this girl. I mean, there's no way I'd be able to do that job if I was in her shoes.
No.
I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. I'd be telling these like rich Indian dudes, like, dude, seriously, my boss who owns this place, he's gonna fill my vagina with concrete tonight if I don't make $10,000. So I need you to like get a second mortgage on that 7-Eleven because I need $10K or he is gonna straight up fill my asshole and my vagina with concrete, and that shit is just gonna be solid by morning.
And then we can never be together like we
And we
are
can never
gonna
be together. Yeah.
'Cause I know that every 6 months when you travel in here for town, this
Yeah.
is real.
This is
what
real.
we have
This
is
is
real.
real.
And
I'll go with you back to Bombay or
yeah,
Calcutta or whatever.
He would empty that bank account.
That's
And
fucked up.
I'm talking about Jerry.
I know
that's
exactly. Who,
fucked
I
up.
don't.
Fucking
Yeah.
guy, man.
I
He'd
know
drop
who you're
$5,000.
talking-
I don't even care to mention him because it was ridiculous. It was like an addiction. He would be like,
Yeah, that's an odd thing to be addicted to. I never understood that. I've been offered.
Sure.
I've been offered. I guess, like, I mean, she was selling. Her and her friend were selling. I was in Vegas with some of my roommates. speaking of college roommates, gross college roommates, we would go to Vegas a couple of times. We would save up some money and go in the summertime when we weren't in class or anything like that. And we'd go do a 3-day weekend in Vegas or something. And of course, when you're over there, people do sometimes, the ladies, they're trying to make a buck. So they're like, hey, you want to have some fun? Where are you guys going? And the same thing happened. It was a couple of ladies, a pair of ladies. It was like one of those black and white cookies. So it was
they were trying to make some Oreos.
Variety. Yeah. They wanted to have a little something for everybody. Right. So they had 2 ladies and it was yin and yang. It was night and day, so to speak. So a little bit of flavor for everybody. Mm-hmm. And the 2 ladies were standing there kind of like outside of the casino. They don't do it inside the casino because they'll get their asses kicked. And these were not classy ladies. These were, as you'll hear in just one moment, they were not expensive broads. And so we were walking past them, and I'm with my roommates there, and she kind of gets my handsome roommate in front of me, and she starts chatting with him, and I'm right there, and I'm like, what the fuck are these, what do these ladies want? And then I'm like, oh, because I'm the dumb one, and I've had a few drinks, so I'm like, what are these 2 broads? Because she was like, I'll give you an hour, whatever you want to do, $30.
Oh.
Points at me and she goes, 40, and I'll let him watch. I was like, I'll pay the 10 if I can watch. I mean, as long as I don't get any fluids on me, I will pay the 10 to watch. Yes, sir. I have the 10 if you supply the 30 because I want to watch.
Did he?
No, absolutely not. These ladies were
nasty.
I mean, look, if she's offering $30 to let you do what you want,
that's high end.
No, that's
garbage.
You'd be better off fucking that dog.
God, yeah, John would give you a much better experience.
And he probably wouldn't give you chlamydia.
He's very affectionate too.
He is very affectionate. And
these ladies were rough.
He's STD free.
Hey, well, I wanted to know if you guys were down. We had some questions submitted for you guys and for us.
Shit.
They're kind of a mixture. If y'all listener questions, so kind of a little bit to everybody.
We got some Twitter questions.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's please the Twitterverse. I don't want to ignore these.
We've got Twitter and
substantial Twitter followings
Instagram.
That we've amassed. Oh, we got Instagram too.
To all, hypothetically speaking, what is one steadfast deal breaker when it comes to fucking someone? And this is pre-marriage. Like, what's your
deal breaker?
What's everyone's one thing where you're like, you know what? Nope.
No, not doing it. Gosh, I don't know if I want to go first. This is. I feel like
cigarettes.
Says the guy with a dip in.
Yeah,
says the guy with a dip in.
Right?
I've said that too. It's so hypocritical, but
why?
It just was. I don't.
Says the guy who will literally spit dip juice into my gaping anus, but he will not kiss me in the mouth.
I will eat your cigarettes if I have to.
That
but
is...
I will not
kiss me
bang
after
you if you've lit those things and sucked on them with your mouth.
Is it the smell or?
Yeah. I've got childhood trauma clearly from my parents smoked heavily growing up, and
I actually got raped by a guy wearing a cigarette outfit. It was, I think my dad hired my uncle to just make sure I never smoked.
And a cigarette outfit.
Yeah, just put on a giant cigarette outfit.
Cigarette.
This is how cigarettes work, Dad.
Fuck cigarettes.
I would never touch a cigarette again because every time I saw one, it's like I could still feel it in my butt.
Well, I went first just so y'all can know
how
crazy that is.
I'm with you on the tobacco thing though, because I've worked with many a coworker who has smoked. I've never really kissed the smoker breath. My wife is a former smoker, but she had quit long before we got together, so I never got to taste the cigarette on her breath. But I've had people that have been kind of in my general area where we were speaking and talking and I'm like, ugh, they'd go out at work and they'd have the cigarette and come back in and we'd be having kind of a work conversation and just, I could imagine how unpleasant it would be to kiss that person.
Oh yeah. And I'm
not just because he was a guy.
The full hypocrisy of my saying that, because clearly I've mentioned it a million times because I'm soapbox about it. Doesn't make sense. I don't say it's right, but for some reason I wouldn't if I'm just being honest. I'd be a girl. I'd be interested, even in high school, and I'd be like, God, she's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, she smokes cigarettes. Fuck her. No.
Fuck her. Yeah.
Can't.
I think mine would be if I ever saw him wearing sunglasses in the club.
Indoors. She hates that.
So you're not a big Corey Hart fan, I take it.
Anyone
fucking
can.
love it. That's
not
so
a big
funny.
Corey Hart fan. She doesn't like that I wear my sunglasses at night, dude.
No,
It enrages her.
Wow.
I'm so with you.
Jeez, I'm so glad I took my sunglasses off when we got here. I actually almost wore those
It wouldn't be a
inside.
deal breaker for me, but I hate it when people do that.
It just is very telling to me of like how much you think of yourself.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I'm like, ugh.
So like back in the day, if
So
if a young gentleman wanted to maybe leave his shades on during sex,
oh my God.
also no good because
Have
that's
to be
indoors.
outside.
Yeah, outdoor, yeah, on the beach, cool.
During
But
the
indoor-
day, outside.
Sun and a
Okay.
reason.
Right,
yeah.
because if you're wearing sunglasses like indoors or at night,
You do
Dead to
give a
me.
pass to the blind, though. We have had that
Of course.
discussion.
Of
She
Yeah,
does give a pass to the
yeah.
blind.
I guess if
because
you're
that's
So
You don't want
kind
to
of
look
you.
at those.
well, I mean, because that
No,
makes sense.
yeah,
Like,
those weird glassy
you
eyeballs.
don't,
Yeah,
you don't want to look at it.
I appreciate that person thinking of my comfort, and I don't want to look at your weird eyes.
yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, if you're blind, wear sunglasses wherever the fuck you want to. But
Always.
I think just as a
if you have
general,
functioning eyes,
general PSA, if you're handicapped in any way, don't bring that shit around me. You know what I mean? Like, don't.
Don't
Come
dump
on.
that on me.
Yeah, come
Why
on,
are you
don't-
putting that
yeah.
on me? I'm trying to have a good day.
Honestly.
This goes back to your Amy
I'm trying-
Grant shit.
I'm trying to
I
get
was with
crunk in
you
the
on
club.
that, by the way.
Thank you.
Fuck Amy Grant.
my aunt-
Ruining my Christmas.
My aunt apparently listens to the podcast, the one that was in town the other day that we were hanging out with.
Yeah.
And she's like fucking turning that shit on. She's like, hey, Alexa, play my grown up Christmas list. I was like, fuck you. She's like, I heard your episode. I loved it.
Dude, and
I
the
don't think
fucking
I know that song.
The red shoes.
I didn't know the song
Yeah.
either.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, the
That is
Christmas shoes.
Or
Fuck
Christmas
off with the
shoes.
Christmas
yeah,
shoes.
That
That
whole
movie.
story is the saddest shit.
I know.
You really, it ruins your Christmas.
It does.
That all shit should go away. I'm with you 100%.
I don't want that. It's a bummer on Christmas. I want
Yeah.
some Frosty. I want some Santa Clauses coming to town.
I want some-
Like I don't want
Yeah.
child amputee. I don't want to feel bad for these kids. I feel like I got to go volunteer at a hospital next year. This is craziness.
So what's your
All
deal
right.
breaker?
I think mine's if they're like smelly, nasty,
BO.
like bad hygiene,
Yeah.
bad lifestyle. That's such a huge turn off.
That's number 2 for me.
Yeah. I think socks, keeping your socks on. Anybody that wants to keep their socks on during the act of lovemaking for any reason.
That's your number one.
Any reason. Yeah. So if you want to keep socks on while we get down, I'm pulling out, I'm zipping up, I'm going home.
Damn, that's a
I'm
rough one.
I'm out. I
See,
can't
for
do the
some reason,
socks.
I
Take
have,
your
like-
socks off.
I'm like a double standard with that because I am real weird about like I feel like I have to take mine off, but like Randall will have his on, and I don't
100
care.
If it gets started and my socks are on,
They're staying on.
when she starts it. I'm not going to be like, hold that, honey. Hang on. Let me
I'll be
dethrone the
like, let me
feet.
get 'em off.
Yeah,
I
no,
totally get
my,
it.
my wife will tell you, like, even on the way over here, I took them off for Roadhead. I had to take my socks off for Roadhead on the way over here. I said, I can't, look, I appreciate what you're doing for me right now. I love it. I love you, sweetie. But we're going to have to, let me get these socks off before you really get started. Because if I'm erect, the socks are coming off. And actually, she wasn't wearing socks, but I would have asked her to do the same. I say, if you're going to blow me, you got to take those socks off first. I can't do socks during the sex. I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to get
Makes
intimate,
sense.
I got to be able to see your toes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
And
need
know
it.
that they're not nasty.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah.
that's where I was going. That's a great point because if the feet are nasty, Daddy might be out of the whole situation. And
Yeah.
by nasty, I'm not talking minor. They have to be pretty up to par. If your feet scratch me
Yeah.
in any way, whether the
Yeah.
toenails are too long or you haven't taken the sanding block to the lady,
Yeah.
because I know you wear
Moisturize.
heels. Yeah, you,
I waxed my asshole for this. You can moisturize, okay?
dude, I'm 250 pounds. My feet are soft as a penis.
Because you wear
Yeah.
socks
All
all
the
the
time.
time.
Because you cut your testicle earlier that night shaving your balls. The least she could do is
100%.
put a little fucking Jergens on the heel. You know what
Shave
I'm saying?
it with the cheese grater
Yeah,
thing. What's that
yeah, get
called?
that
The
cheese
cheese
grater out.
grater that you use on
I
your
don't know. I
feet?
use a pumice stone.
Pumice stone.
That's-
Pumice
there you
stone
go.
is very nice. Yeah, those are
and I
always
put
good.
that like I'm real OCD about putting lotion on my because I can't.
You
just,
do every night.
Yeah, every night, but I can't
Because
stand
Daddy's
the
gone if you don't.
well,
Yeah.
and I can't stand just the feeling of my feet being dry. Like I don't let them get like razor sharp. Like but, like,
That's
I
a
just
real
can't stand
issue
the
in
feeling
New
of it.
England. It gets very cold and
Right.
shit gets dry up there.
Chappy.
Yeah, like elbows just getting ashy here and
Yeah.
stuff. You really got to be careful. I keep
I'd be a
moisturizer at my
nightmare up
desk.
north because I'm so like hand lotion and stuff all the time
Yeah.
in Georgia. So
Yeah.
like, when we went to like when we were out west, and, like we went to Colorado, and I mean I was like in tears. And I'm like, my hands are so chapped. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I'm
crazy.
putting so much
It starts
lotion
cracking.
on.
It gets uncomfortable. Your cuticles. I'm with
Yeah.
you 100%. That shit's. I can't
Like,
do
I
that.
need the humidity.
I can't do that. That was a great question. Whoever submitted that question,
Yeah,
pat
that was a
yourself
good
on the
one.
back, okay? That was a wonderful question. You're a wonderful person.
That was a good one.
Well, check. This one is for Brooke and Christina.
Ooh.
My boyfriend, these are the kind of shit we get every episode. It's weird. My boyfriend found an old video online of me in a past relationship.
Oh.
And since then, he's been very weird and distant. Is it fair? I mean, when he found it and asked me about it, I told him that it was me.
So I'm not allowed to answer this?
Well, we can chime in after them. That's
Okay.
how I always
God,
do. I
this
always
is gonna
give
be
it,
so
if it's
hard.
addressed to Brooke,
Okay.
I
So
let
the
her go
question
first.
is it
It's
like,
clearly a fuck tape, right?
obviously, but
Yeah,
like, so
I mean-
what's her question?
Is it
though?
fair that he's being weird and distant after finding a 9-year-old video of her
I feel like
fucking
you gotta
somebody?
just let him work it out or something. Like, it's
Yeah.
gonna be weird. I would be weird if I found a
Hold
video
your
of
tongue,
you.
Jason.
Yeah. He's like,
I'm turning purple. I am more purple than the head of Thanos' cock right now, trying to hold this in.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I saw a video of you now, like online fucking somebody, it would be a little weird.
would be
Like,
weird.
I would just need to work it out in my head.
Mm.
I would still love you, but it would be a little weird. I think you would just have to. You'd have to make up for it.
Oh.
I don't think it's weird. I agree with you that I think you need to just let them process it, because I think people are weird about the exes. Like, not everybody wants to talk about it.
Sure.
They don't want to think
Right.
about it. They don't want to,
Why are you looking at me?
like, they don't want to think of the person they're with somebody else and then actually seeing it.
Of
Yeah.
course,
That's
Brooke was
gonna
a virgin.
fuck you up.
Clearly.
Yeah,
Before
clearly.
she was
Clearly.
a flower.
I know it's not fair. You had a kid with somebody else.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I don't think that you fool yourself into thinking that this person doesn't have a past and they don't
Sure.
have
Right.
relationships. Of
course.
But I think having to watch it, like having to
Yeah.
see it, is, you know, the guy can't help being weird, is what I'll say. I mean, there's probably a big part of him that rationalizes, well, she's with me now, and that's in the past, and blah blah blah. That's the rational side. But then we all have emotional sides that you can't help how you feel, and if
What
you
if
feel
she was
weird,
loving it in the video?
Yeah, oh,
That's
man.
where I think about
you
it.
go down
I
this
agree
whole
with
rabbit
y'all.
hole as men.
And-
Like as dudes, we
yeah.
could go down this whole rabbit hole. Like, look at that dick.
Or you're like,
I
I never.
never loved it like
Yeah.
that with me.
yeah.
Or you're like, I never do that.
Yeah.
I feel so like
Yeah.
I'm so
You told me you
hot.
hated that.
Yeah.
You lying
You've
mother-
never made that noise with me.
See, this could
I'd be
get
a
very
mess.
emotionally hurtful.
I'd be a mess.
Yeah.
You'd have to give me. I agree. Both of y'all gave super great answers. The guy needs time.
Yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to let him figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would be a disaster. I don't even like seeing old pictures of you with
I
like
would be.
ex-girlfriends.
I would.
Like, I'm
I
like,
can admit.
"Yeah."
I would. Be
That's
a
unpleasant.
jealous
I agree.
mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You straight compare
It is.
yourself.
It's
Yes.
yeah. I think, you know, we do as human beings sometimes compare ourselves to others, and it's typically not favorable. I mean, you usually think like, what does that person have that I don't have, and why does this person doing so well? And I think that's kind of a natural human reaction to just seeing other people in the world. And I mean, you think about some dude, and he's like, you know, he's muscles and pecs and just beautiful hair, and you know what I mean. And you're just like, oh man, like. Look at that dude. Like, come on. Like, I smell, and like I got like weird hair growing, and when I'm not waxing out of my ass.
Man,
And like, how do I,
titties.
yeah.
So,
And the fact that there was
Yeah.
a video and he found it, like
Yeah.
that'd be fucked up too.
That's rough.
I agree.
That is tough.
That's a
Like,
huge
That's
point.
rough.
Like you could at least
Yeah.
told, gave me a heads up.
Yeah.
That, hey, there's a video out there.
maybe
Warn
she
me.
didn't know.
Don't
Like,
Google me.
Don't use these search terms on Pornhub. Like, these are the 3 words that you can't use on Pornhub. Horse, farm animals. Don't use
Big-
these
big
are the
black
search
cocks.
terms. Yes. Do not search for these terms on Pornhub. Definitely don't go to the second page, because I'm the 3rd result on the second page.
That's
So
the
don't.
part. That's the part that's funny, where she
Yeah.
says, "I mean, once he found it, I told him, yeah, that's me." Like, damn, you should have given him a heads up that there's
That's
a
my
such
Yeah.
shitty-
That's my twin who died 10 years
Yeah.
ago. I think that's the cock that killed her.
All right, this one's interesting. This is for the first part's for me, and then the second part's for Alme. Randall, are you circumcised? Yes, I am.
There we go.
If so, do you still clean your dick folds? Does Alme? Okay, whoever.
Do I
this
clean
guy's
your dick
weird.
folds?
No, yours.
Okay.
You can clean
Because
mine.
I haven't been here long enough. I don't think
Yeah.
we've really. I mean, like, I'm willing to after that. I mean, once we wrap this, let's go ahead and talk about
This
it.
is a great segue for Jody B. His worst nightmare is smegma. We found out. Like he likes to Google it and make himself throw up.
Why does he do that? That's
I don't know.
terrible.
He tortures himself for some reason with smegma, but
I'm not familiar with smegma.
dick cheese.
I love
Like
how
guys that aren't circumcised that don't clean their.
It's just like there's the funk that collects. Like,
you know,
That's
there's
fucking gross.
it's
imagine
definitely
the
gross.
oils that the body
I
naturally
got it.
produces.
I don't need.
Yeah.
I don't really need a lot. I got it from the brief description. I remember
Clear as
easily
day.
nauseated.
I understand. Yeah.
Play
So,
that card.
The point I think this guy's trying to say, that's a simple answer for me. Yes, clean your shit.
Yeah. I think that is on men. That is one of the spots that does tend to get a little on the stinky side. If you don't,
Ripe.
if you don't, yeah, it's like armpits, ass, and crotch. And if you go a few days without a shower, if you're at the gym, I mean, you really don't want to be involved with those areas. You got to keep that shit clean.
I mean, you got to clean it, but you don't have to take like
Yeah.
a Q-tip to it, like somebody that's not circumcised.
No, agreed. You can just use your washcloth.
I thought
soap
you
or
just
whatever.
pull the thing back, right? Don't you?
Or
just
do you,
pull the
I don't
thing
know.
back
I've never
and
had
get
any
that?
experience with
Yeah,
one of
they-
those turtlenecks.
I mean, if I had my only experience is my dad's not circumcised. I've talked about it. I saw him nude once at a football camp when we were
Yeah, my
staying in a
uncle,
hotel.
same deal. I'm pretty
And
familiar.
I was horrified. I was like, "What the fuck is that thing? That's so different." And
It's like an elephant trunk or like
yeah,
an anteater.
you got to clean it.
Anteater. Yeah, it looks like an anteater.
So I have a question. So Joey B has like a fear of that. Is he
no,
not?
Jody B.
Jody B.
From
Yeah.
Po' Boys.
Is he
Po'
not
Boys.
circumcised?
No, I think he is, but he just like how everybody's got the thing that disgusts them the most.
Yeah.
For some reason,
like his
remember?
kryptonite,
Yeah,
yeah.
Smeg,
Yeah.
the word smeg, and he's went down the rabbit hole and like looked at it also. So I think he's one of those guys that likes to face his fears
He likes to stare into the abyss.
and test it out.
He's got a darkness inside him. He likes to stare
does.
into the abyss.
Oh, he definitely does.
I'm not a big stare into the abyss guy. I think it would pull me. I think it-
Never
Well,
to be seen again.
All right, well, this one's for Alme. We'll give it to him during this
but I'm
brief intermission. Alme, my husband hasn't spoken to me in days because I need $15,000 in dental work.
What?
For years, I didn't brush my teeth properly, and now it's biting me in the ass. What should I do? I don't want to lose my teeth, but I also don't want to lose my husband.
Why is he not talking to you?
Wow. And they asked that question directly to me because of my vast expertise in dentistry, right?
Clearly.
Yeah.
Knowing that I've got the veneers too, why didn't they ask me?
Yeah. Why didn't they? I think you have more veneers than I do. Although I've blown a lot of dentists.
I have 4 real teeth left in my head.
Whoa.
That's it. Just these.
Wow.
The rest are crowns and veneers.
That's what dip will do to you, buddy.
It's so true.
Think about it. That's a nasty
But now they're
habit you got
porcelain,
there.
bro. I'm
Yeah.
set till the jaw cancer kicks in.
Till the jaw cancer,
I'm
the gum
set,
cancer.
brother.
Yeah.
Like my teeth are gonna look good.
So, obviously, your husband wants you to have teeth in your head. Hello there.
I know.
Hi.
God, scared the shit out of me.
Welcome to Divorced as Fuck. It's the show where I disgust my wife until she leaves me. It's called Divorced as Fuck. Yeah, so I think, $15K versus a husband, you gotta consider your options. You can go 2 ways. You either say, you know what, fuck it, I don't have the $15K, and then, let the husband leave you, but you can replace him with another man. You can find another man that likes dumpster diving, likes not getting his dick scraped by your teeth, and he might even look at the fact that you have no teeth as like a plus. Like, I'm looking for a lady like you to gum on my cock and shit, and you can't bite my nipples and all this other shit. Like, that could be a good thing. That could be a plus in another man's eyes. Or, you do something that a normal human being would do, like discuss a payment plan for the $15K and get your teeth fixed and retain your husband and still look like a normal functioning member of society. Because I'm telling you what, I don't know the age of this person, but if they come up to me and they got no teeth in their head and try talking to me with like their weird gums and just blackness, I'm out. I'm out.
I would rather
Can't do it.
I would rather them be full gum, no teeth, than shitty black rotten teeth.
Yeah, I'm with you there. The
Yeah.
shitty black rotten teeth.
Get some
it's
dentures.
terrible.
Or
Yeah.
denture it. They can do so much now.
I've always thought that teeth would be the one thing. If if it starts going to shit, I would pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just
Agreed.
I'm prepared to that. And if I go bald,
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah.
We'll get you a nice wig,
I'll work
baby.
that out.
Don't worry. We'll
But
get you a nice wig.
My thought is, if he's gonna leave her because she has bad teeth, fuck him.
Well, that
Agreed.
was
That's
away.
what I was waiting on.
Walk away.
Alme's like, savior. He's obviously too much of a man. He's like, whatever he says, you're going to stay with this guy.
No, but like that's why I was like, he hadn't talked to you in a couple days because
What a dick licker.
because you found out like you're trying to fix your teeth, but the fact that it's going to cost $15,000, like that's the reason he's not talking to you. Like that's fucked up.
Now, was she a former meth user, though?
That's what it kind of
that's
sounds
kinda-
like. I wasn't taking this question seriously either. I apologize. Whoever this was, I clearly interpreted that as a joke, and I hope
And
you
it
work your
could
shit
be.
out.
It
But-
could be.
It could be. So if that's not a joke, get some help, get off the meth. Those teeth are gone. Say goodbye to those teeth. Possibly say goodbye to that husband as well. But get you some teeth in your head and meet a nice man.
Get you a payment plan.
Get you a payment plan. Yeah.
I love like that's where you went when you thought it was serious. Get off the meth.
Get off the meth, yeah.
It's like, oh, that's your serious answer.
If this is a serious question, then please, hugs, not drugs, okay? Come on. This is not good for you.
All right, so you're good. Christina, this one's for you and Brooke.
Oh.
Yes.
Hello. I was hoping you could give me some advice. My husband's been very distant and secretive lately.
Uh-oh.
Last night, he did not come home. I'm starting to think it's something serious. What do you think?
Show ass. You don't come home.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't come home. Like, yeah, that's.
I do what I want.
I'll never be welcome again.
Yeah. I do what I want.
I'm judging by her face that you don't.
No, yeah, no, I do what I want, and by what I want, I mean what she says.
Exactly. The samesies.
Yeah, if he ain't coming home, if you're suspecting, go with the gut. I mean,
Gotta go with the gut.
wow.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
fucking somebody.
Yeah,
That was
You
ramping
don't,
up.
you don't come home. Guys, they may say it in the movies, like showing guys going and staying at their buddies and sleeping on the couch. A married man that doesn't come home is fucking somebody.
100%.
Yeah.
That's just me. Especially without any info, no call, no nothing.
Yeah, you got to do a call. You got to say, "Hey, I'm kind of shitty and I can't drive." I mean, you got to do something. You got to say, like,
And
"Look."
even in that case, you in trouble.
Yeah, but you can save your marriage.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
Like,
but-
if you can provide the evidence that, hey, I got shitty and I slept on my buddy's couch because we took an Uber back to his place and I was fucked up. I
course.
lost my wallet. Like, there's always circumstances. But then on the other side, like, maybe if you're a married man, you shouldn't be going out and getting fucked up and losing your
Bingo.
wallet. Like,
Yeah.
Bingo.
maybe you should be more responsible. You're 47 and a half. And you got 3 kids by 4 different ladies, like maybe it's time to act like an adult
Yeah.
and not lose your wallet because you went out and got shit-faced and did blow, and then you got to sleep on your broke-ass homeboy's couch.
I would either get into a really big fight, confront him, or like follow him. Like, you know,
Oh,
get-
yeah, private
Get
eye
real
shit.
psycho. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Exactly.
that's probably what I would
Yeah.
do.
yeah, get
yes.
psycho, see where he's going, take, you know, and then have the proof when you call him out. Because if
Yeah.
you just call him out, he's probably like, no, I ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
But if you have the proof,
Oh,
Yeah.
nowadays it's easy. Like I would be all up in his.
Y'all are a couple of pros.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd be all up in
Y'all
his
are
like
ready.
digital footprint, figuring out
Oh, yeah.
everything. Like motherfucker.
Because you want to make sure
I got everything.
you want to have video evidence
Yes.
of his doing wrong before you cut his dick off. I mean, there's no going back. I mean, maybe
Right.
there is, but once you cut his dick off, you better be sure before you cut his dick off.
I want to be real sure.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah, that,
get the video, then cut his dick off.
and it
is what
sounds
we're
like he
saying.
was being a prick. Like I mean,
Yeah.
he was distancing himself, and
Being
then
secretive is a huge
Yeah.
word
Yeah.
to me.
It's
If
no
you're being
good.
secretive,
Yeah.
100%.
I've
I'm an
fully
open book.
submitted to my wife, like the Bible says
Oh.
a good housewife should. I've submitted. Now it's just reversed.
Yes.
She's welcome to go into any of my
So,
shit.
Brooke, how many times have you been in that ass?
Lots. No,
Oh.
actually once. We've told the story. She has stuck a finger in my ass one
'Cause you
time when
told
we were
me
drunk.
to.
She said I begged her.
No.
This was years and years ago.
Did you have to clip your fingernails?
The next morning, though, I was like,
I don't
never
know what
again.
my fingernail
What
situation was at the
happened?
time, but
Yeah.
he had.
That's
yeah.
my worry. That's my fear.
I don't
It's
really
the
ever have
fingernails.
super long nails.
You know, like I'm going to
but-
get her 3 fingers deep in my ass one time because I'm like feeling just super freaky. And then like the next morning, I'm like, it was pretty good, you know, and we're like fixing breakfast and she's cracking eggs. And I look over and there's like, if I see anything under the fingernails, I'm going to think, oh my God.
Dear God.
Oh my God.
That's
I
my
asked for
butt.
those eggs over easy.
that's wicked fucking gross.
Yeah. So that's my thing. That's my thing with the butt stuff is,
Yeah.
and I-
That's the thing with it. You don't want to see
Yes.
shit under the nails. That's it.
well, specifically while
That's
you're
the only
specifically while you're making breakfast. I mean,
While you're preparing.
specifically while we're having eggs.
Nothing
Because
else.
because I like it over easy, so you're not going to cook that E. coli off. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get the temperature of that fingernail detritus up to 165 to kill the microbes that live within my anus. So
That's the reason he
specifically,
hasn't been begging you.
yeah, I mean, food
'Cause-
pornillis is serious, guys. I mean, come on. I
That
mean, you
would
gotta
trigger.
consider-
That would trigger me straight back to high school biology, like seeing a little bit under the fingernail, like fucking. I need
Get
a
that
petri
swab
dish
out.
immediately.
Yeah. Swab
Need a
the
petri
dish.
One of the shitty.
What am I growing in my
microscopes.
butt?
Yeah.
I want to say we were like at a hotel.
Oh, we
Yeah.
were wasted at a hotel. Yes,
Yeah.
in Montgomery,
Somewhere.
Alabama,
Yeah.
where it smelled like
Yeah.
trash from the paper mills.
Hammered.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
the butt stuff is that's a bridge too far for me because of the fastidiousness with which I would need to clean everything, and she would need to clean everything. I'm talking about you're going to get isopropyl alcohol. You're going to pour that into a dish. You're going to have to get a new toothbrush, and you're going to have
Start
to
a
scrub
fire.
those nails. Yeah, you're going to have to get under those
you're gonna
nails
have
with
to burn me.
isopropyl afterward. I mean, it's just too much work to get me to a point where I feel like. Plus, I had a urologist giant fucking Mountain Dew bottle of a finger in my asshole a couple weeks ago.
Fucking hand.
This dude had a finger
Smallest
like this
fucking hand.
microphone here, and he got knuckles deep. If he could have gone up to his elbow, he
was
would have.
all the way to.
He ran out of inches, unfortunately, but he would have got the whole thing in there. And I'm like, there's no way I can ask her for this now. It was so uncomfortable. I can't, in good conscience, I can't think, well, I want to do that to somebody now. Because he was like, you know, when you scrape the peanut butter jar and you're trying to get that last little bit of peanut butter out?
Absolutely.
Under the rim.
Yeah, and you got your finger in there and you're just like trying to get every little bit out. He did that move inside my asshole a few times just to make sure my balls worked okay.
Yeah.
And that's
And I had the pleasure of being there and watching.
You were.
It
were
was
you really there?
fucking.
yeah.
Yes, it was
yeah.
so.
The doc was like, "Do you want her to stick around?" I was like, "Let her
Like,
watch.
yes.
Let her watch."
She needs to know.
I mean, Randall
like,
was in
let
the
her
room
watch.
a few times with like the baby appointments.
Yeah.
Like, and it was
Yeah,
a little,
yeah.
except for my OBGYN he's fucking awesome. Like, he never made it awkward. Like, first I was like, oh my God, this is so weird. Like, this guy's like all up in my junk and my husband's right
I mean,
there.
I never looked though, and when you were having Gunner and they did all the
Well, I did a C-section.
I know,
Or I had
but
a C-section.
before you were induced, they tried to do it natural, and they gave you the enemas. and
Oh
all
my
that.
God, that was
And
my
I was
worst
like,
nightmare.
No, thank you. I'm
He
gonna
was-
exit.
Yeah.
No, you were sleeping, by
I
the
know,
way.
but I don't
You
want
were-
anything to do with it.
That was my worst nightmare. They came in and broke my water at like 5 a.m, and then they're like, all right, time for the enema. Because it was like, I was originally going to have him naturally. And I was like, oh, dear Lord. Randall's like sleeping on the little bench under the
Lord.
window over there. I'm like, if he moves an inch,
Stop it.
like, you better fucking tell me.
I'm not an ass play guy.
This is, I,
Yeah.
like, I
You know
was,
what I'm saying?
I was,
Not a-
oh my God. I was like, if he fucking rolls over and wakes up and is like, oh my God, they got like a fire hose up my ass.
So, okay, yeah, question for Randall. From a listener named Jason. We have a question for Randall. So this is a would you rather. Jody B should enjoy this. He likes the would you rathers. Would you rather watch your wife shit or watch her get railed by an ex?
Oh,
It's a tough question, right?
That's a good
You got to watch her
one.
poop, or something's coming out of her butt or going into her V, and it ain't you.
Well, let me
You got to watch it.
This will
That's a
will
tough
tell
one.
her a lot. This is a very deep question, and this is gonna.
Well, I know
she's
how he
gonna
feels
know
about
me
both.
more now than she has from all these years of marriages when I answer this, because she knows how anti-ass things I am when it comes to her. I'd rather watch her shit all day.
You'd rather watch
way
her poop.
too insecure,
Yeah.
way too
Really?
enraged.
That's
feel you.
surprising
That's
to
what I'm
me.
saying.
Okay.
No, I
Next.
feel you.
I'd rather.
I feel you.
I'd
I'd
watch
rather-
her
Kinda
snap
sweet.
one off.
It is.
Yeah, I would rather
know.
I'd rather watch her poop than
pleasantly
watch the whole
surprised,
football
babe.
team lineup. You know what I mean? Like you gotta admit, like the start of the video, they're laying down like a tarp. They're putting the shower curtain down on the floor. This dude's like chugging Powerade. You're like, oh, what is about to happen? There's like 4 dudes and they're all like Pedialyte, like they're just pounding the fluids. You're just
One
like,
guy's
what
taking a
is
baby
going-
aspirin. He's like, "Oh shit, I gotta take my baby aspirin
Christ.
before."
I
this
know,
shit."
right? I'd much rather. I feel like with the poop, you know what you're getting.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, okay, she's going to poop. There might be a couple farts. It's gross, but I'll get over it. But like, look, there's a line of like 8 Japanese dudes waiting to go on my wife.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
this
they'll
is
get-
not, I can't watch that video. I cannot watch that video. I got I gotta watch her take the cream of some young guy over here. 'Cause he's drinking Pedialyte. They're all about to go, like they're about to create a biological slip and slide. And I recognize that living. Wait, is this my house? What in the fuck?
Why are they high-fiving?
That's my couch. That's my couch. Yeah.
Why are they doing the pregame football chant together from the New Orleans Saints? But I'm going to tell you, though, should that ever occur, I'm going to be like the guy that found the ex-fucking... You're going to give me some time.
Yeah.
After watching her shit. I'm going to need a little space. I'm going to need to figure it out.
Me too,
Yeah.
by the way.
I know, clearly, but I'm just saying I'm going to need a little help. I'm going to have to go see somebody. I'm going to have to get a therapist.
Get a little therapy. Yeah.
Because I'm going to have to work out my emotions.
You and Rachel are
around-
gonna have to have a
when you
one-on-one.
when you come home, honey, and I'm in the rocking chair and I've got the shawl around me and the tea with both hands on the tea and I got the shoulders up and I'm just rocking and I'm just looking traumatized. It's because I found the poop video.
Yeah, and when I get out of the shower and
I saw her poop,
and I wrap a towel around me and say, "Don't look at me," it's because I'm feeling vulnerable for a while.
Exactly.
I don't want to be naked with you for a while.
I just need my space. I just need my space. I saw you poop. I need my space.
And I hope y'all can appreciate that. It's coming from a place of love.
Yeah, it is. No,
Of
that's a place of
course.
love.
Well, this one's pretty boring and bland, and this is the last one for.
Oh yeah, let's end it with a good one.
On a high note.
All right.
Fireworks.
Brooke and Christina, my friend is having an affair with a married man.
Oh.
Should I anonymously tell the wife?
I say stay out the bit. I mean, it's not your business. I don't know.
Are they friends with the wife?
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So say it again. Say
It's
the
their
question again.
friends. My friend is having an affair with a married man.
But are they
So
friend
her
with
friend- Oh, I don't. It doesn't say.
Yeah.
There's no way to know.
That's
Yeah, I would stay out of it.
yeah, ain't your
I
business.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Stitches
begging.
get stitches, man. I just say you're better off just letting karma do its thing and let that what I mean? Like don't butt in.
Yeah, you get with the wrong guy and you ruin his gig. He could end up deader than the motherfucker. He'd be
Yeah.
like, baby, she is trying to ruin our lives. She wants what we have. She has to disappear. And next
Well,
thing you know,
that got real dark. But
It got real dark.
I'm just telling you how many you watch these Datelines.
I watch
These
every
women
Dateline.
disappear all the time.
All of them. Yeah.
And most of them are coming clean about some sort of affair. I'm just saying, I'd stay
Well,
out.
and yeah, that's one really good reason to stay out of it. And like, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
in
like maybe
each
it's consensual.
perspective.
Maybe they're
Right.
all swinging and they're just having
Maybe it's
fun.
an
and
open marriage. Yeah, you don't know.
You just don't.
Then you have no friends because now your friends find out it was you.
Yeah.
And you're
You
the
They're all
snitched on me,
partying it up.
motherfucker? Yeah.
I mean, it's tough though, right? Because like, if you really think about it, like that lady,
Yeah.
she might think she has a loving, honest, truthful guy, and he's out there fucking people.
Yeah.
Like I'd have a chat with my friend. Like, you
Yes.
shouldn't be fucking with a married guy. I had a good friend who was so fucked up. She was friends with the wife and fucking the husband.
Oh, yeah.
And
Good Lord.
and she didn't
Oh,
feel
no.
bad
Lord.
about it.
Oh,
I'm like,
Lord.
I don't know who you are. Like,
Bro.
you don't feel bad. Like, she'd go to fucking lunch with the wife, and then she'd go fuck the husband.
She'd go to lunch with the wife. She'd be like, smell my finger.
Oh my.
That's a sociopath.
That's your
right there.
husband's
How
butt.
could you look your friend in the
That's
eye
what I'm
and know that
saying.
you fucked her husband? Yeah, I mean, and that's what was kind of what I was thinking too. Like, if this person is friends with the unknowing, potentially wife that's being cheated on, like that might be a little bit different situation. Then I'd be like, bitch, you tell somebody or stop it, or I'm gonna tell Karen or whatever.
Yeah.
You just gotta, you just shouldn't
but
do that.
other than that, like I would just stay out of it and then not be friends with that person anymore because they're
yeah, you have a choice. If you find out they're married or with somebody, you can just walk away.
yeah, right.
Yeah, and I lied. This one, you saw this one on Twitter. We have to end with this one. This is for you guys, but who's the bigger softie?
Oh, yeah. You're going to love this one, Christina.
Yeah, who's the bigger softie? Is it Alme or Randy Pants over here?
Oh, it's for
Oh.
you guys?
Yeah, who's
I
the
thought you were
bigger
saying
softie?
it's-
Oh, between
of us
you
two?
two.
I thought you
Yeah.
were saying between them two.
Yeah,
No.
you two need to answer.
That's what I thought, too.
Which
Yeah.
husband is the softest? Because I got to tell you, I'm like fucking Downy soft over
I
there.
was going to say it's Randall.
Me too, so
Really? He's
Yeah.
softy too.
Oh my gosh.
That's
I'm garbage.
So fucking
What's
funny.
the last movie that made you cry? Oh, you don't feel very soft. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that doesn't feel soft,
I
buddy.
know.
What got me, I'll tell you.
That's nice.
It wasn't even a movie. It was a
The
ESPN,
ESPN
clip
thing, yeah.
about the Iowa Hawkeyes tradition where they turn around and wave to the kids and the cancer.
They have a children.
Oh, that would fuck me
and
up.
I was watching the special.
Cancer kids?
And
It's a
Brooke
children's
was-
hospital that's like the cancer ward overlooks the football field. So like before every game,
It's in the third quarter. Started
okay, the third quarter, like all the kids that are like being treated for cancer, like watch from the windows. They have signs and they're all like wearing jerseys and stuff. And like everybody in the stadium turns around and like waves.
Players and everything. They turn
That's
around,
awesome.
wave to the kids.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Brooke was standing behind me. I was on the couch. I can even tell you exactly where I was. I was in the corner. She was behind me, and she was like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Don't look at me. Don't even look at me. I'm fine. Get out."
Nothing.
Yeah.
So funny.
I'll tell you what. We were watching Deadpool 2. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not fucking with you. And this is people think I joke. I kid a lot because I have a comedy podcast. People think I tell a lot of jokes, but I'm being serious. We were watching Deadpool 2. Was that last night? We were watching Deadpool 2.
Yes.
We watched.
No,
we
the night
showed.
before.
We showed my parents Deadpool and Deadpool 2 because neither have had seen it, and I thought my folks might like it. So I was like, "Hey, I got it on digital, so I can just sign in and we can watch."
Yeah.
And the end of Deadpool 2, where he dies and he goes into heaven, and he finally gets
Yeah.
on the other side with his
that.
lady, and it's playing that song. Oh my god, I'm about to tear up now.
I was gonna say,
it's playing
you're
that song.
looking
I
a little
know.
wet.
Yeah. Let me take a deep breath. I got to focus on something else. Hit me in the nuts.
Hurry. Punch
I gotta
me in
get
the
through
face.
this. Gotta get through
Punch
this
me in the
sentence.
face.
It's playing the MTV Unplugged version of Aha's "Take on Me."
Yeah.
And it's just the sweetest little song, and it's perfect for that moment. And I'm just like, God damn it, Deadpool got me.
Okay.
Deadpool fucking got me.
Alme wins.
I had like
fair.
that little, and I was like,
Yeah.
But I mean, guys, I quit steroids. It's a lot of estrogen rolling around through here, and I really need to get on
It's a
some
hormonal
Clomid.
roller coaster
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
it's just a roller coaster of So Deadpool 2.
Well, see, where it is with me is
I'm soft as fuck. I'm telling you, I'm
just
down
like,
soft.
I'm almost gullible, like to the point of the only time you're ever going to see me mad is something really stupid. It's going to be, it's not even going to make any sense. But if someone is in need of any kind, it's
Yeah.
crazy. I can be abused, 100%. I can acknowledge it because I'll do anything to help anybody.
Well, because you'll give the
But to
shirt
the
off your
point of
back for
stupidity,
anybody, and
you know, where I get hosed sometimes.
Yeah.
My wife thinks I pay too much whenever I'm going out. I'm like, well, come on, Elliot doesn't have a job. Let me hook him up. That guy's sucking.
no, that's
dick
Randall
for
too.
rent.
That's
Well,
right, and
let's
I'm like,
come
what
on.
the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I'm like. They
She's like,
can
you don't
pay.
have to pay
It's
every
okay.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm always like, look, come on, we got a little. Let's just throw
And
him a
Randall's
bone
the
here.
same
yeah.
fucking
Man,
way,
is
and I'm
this
like,
another
dude,
tie? I'm not pulling my dick
Yeah.
out again. No,
I'm
and,
not-
we're still going with girth. If
We've
we
all-
have to pull it out again,
Come
it's
on,
still girth.
Let's do length for
Maybe
once.
it's a tie.
Let's do who has the biggest pubic bush right now, because I feel like I could make a run at that one too.
Man, I'm pretty.
Who's got the biggest pubic bush?
kept it trimmed.
I've been
Yeah.
off. I've been off I'm telling you, I'm hibernating, I guess. It's the holidays. Like, I've been off. I mean, my shit is,
You're a hairy bastard like me.
yeah. Oh,
Brooke shaves me bodily, not my man region,
Yeah.
every 2 days,
Yeah, my wife,
every other day.
in my heyday, when I was competing, my wife would shave my back, like once a week. She'd get the areas that I couldn't reach. And that was
That's
love.
what I
That's
do
how I
for
knew
him,
it was
yeah.
time to marry
Oh, sure.
her. It was time to wife this one, because she took a weed whacker to my ass crack once and didn't even gag. She never thought like, wow, this is disgusting. I said, you know what, if she doesn't run after helping me to shave my gooch the night before a competition, then you know what, I got to wife this
She's a
one
keeper.
up. That's how I knew. I knew. It was love.
Yeah, mine is the chest hair. If I let it get out of control, especially in the winter,
Forget it. This stuff.
yeah,
I remember
it's like
we
a
were.
sweater.
It connects. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it'll grow right up my neck. It'll connect to my beard, which connects via the sideburns to my head, which connects via my neck hair down my back, down the crack of my ass.
Yeah.
It forms a circle right
You've
back up my
also
nuts
got
and
the
dick again.
luscious head
You
of
have
hair.
a flowing
I do.
mane
I
on
do.
top. I do not.
I have not cut my hair since November of 2017. Not even a trim. Not even a trim. That's how soft I am. Listen how soft this is. Silk.
Slow jams.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a side gig for you.
Phone sex operator. I'm licking your balls. You got big old balls. These are giant King Kong balls all up in my mouth.
I was thinking radio DJ, but
Oh.
Or that.
I'm tossing your salad.
I would never want big balls.
I would hate big balls.
Big balls.
You don't want big balls.
Stupid.
No, you don't want big balls.
They could take my balls.
Everybody always asks me about the steroids. They'd be like, well, do your balls shrink? I'm like, you better hope they do. What do you want, fucking nuts in the way?
Dude,
what do you want
nuts
these
are
nuts in the
stupid.
way?
Once
They
you've-
stick to everything. They just fucking...
Exactly. Once you reproduce, man, you get rid of them. I'm cool.
They're
Just keep
like,
the shaft. I'm
Yeah,
straight.
yeah, you definitely want to keep the shaft. But what are you doing with your balls? Like, I mean, you know...
There's no purpose for them being huge.
They're definitely
hot,
absurd looking.
They are absurd. They're absurd. Why do you need this? I don't need this.
Have you
Please.
seen the video?
I'll just adopt.
Where it's a little elephant and it's like swinging its trunk, and it's like, this is what a girl would be like if they had a dick for one day.
They
Yeah.
were helicoptering.
Totally.
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
Like, that is the truest thing I've ever fucking seen.
But I would be like dropping
day.
things into my vagina. Like, what can I fit in here if I had a
Oh, I would be a nightmare.
if I had a
would
cooter for a
ruin
day?
it. If they swapped this, disaster.
Yeah.
Guys would.
Oh, but it's the
There'd be
boob.
so
I'd be-
many yeast infections.
I'd be dropping
Oh my
I'd be like
God.
dropping dry ice down there and pouring water, and like the smoke would be coming out like it was fucking Halloween. I'd be like, I got a fucking light show down there, you motherfuckers.
all this. If they did a swap like that, all guys and all girls for one day, it would be the largest influx at OBGYNs.
Yeah.
For yeast infections and fucking
Jesus, we're out of Monistat. Quit asking.
baking sourdough.
Try the Walgreens
Yeah.
down the street. okay?
Walmart's out. Everybody's out.
Everyone's
All the
out.
guys would just be eating the Monistat. Like, fuck this.
You know those motherfuckers at like Johnson and Johnson or whoever makes that Monistat. They'd be like, shares are through the roof. Sell, sell, sell.
So much shit getting stuck.
We made $1
in
billion.
there. It'd be ruthless.
Your
Maybe.
wallet's going in there.
Yeah. Oh, everything. Like, I don't even need a wallet anymore. What are you carrying a purse for? I got the lipstick. I got the credit cards. I got the fucking sunglasses. It's all up the hooch, you know?
Yeah, and all the guys would be the
My
which
fucking
are now
change is
girls.
jingling. I'm like walking across the floor naked. You can hear change jingling.
You'd be bragging to your buddies like, dude, my
Yeah.
pussy's huge.
My pussy's fucking
Dude,
here.
my shit's huge.
Dude.
I got luggage in mine.
I can palm a basketball.
know.
I can palm a basketball.
I can
Watch
shoot
this.
this basketball across the room, nothing but net. Watch.
Where did that lacrosse stick go? You just had a lacrosse stick. Where the fuck did you put that?
Oh, here you go. Here, you talking about this one? Beautiful.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Well, so who did y'all decide who's the
Who's
bigger
the softie?
It's
Who's
a
the
tie.
It's a
You
tie.
guys are
Definitely
both
tie.
giant softies.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. I'm hard as steel.
I also don't appreciate you guys talking about my penis on the internet. Everyone can hear this, and you're talking about how soft I am. Thanks a lot, wife. Everyone can hear that you married a limp dick motherfucker. $15 boners.
They're ruining our rep.
They really are.
I need people to think I'm a big mean guy.
People used to think I was a badass.
It doesn't work anymore. If you
Nobody
tell them.
thinks they're going to get the smoke from us. Let's
Shit
talk about
runs
that
out.
for a minute.
That shit runs out eventually.
Yeah.
What is the smoke?
Smoke
that you speak of?
is
The smoke is, well, you'd have to, of course, I'm a big UFC fan.
yes, the smoke.
And men that are much younger than me, which is more proper, use that term. Which means, you don't want to get these hands, get these things.
Yes.
Get these bricks.
I'm going to break my foot off in your ass.
Now
Okay.
it's, you want the smoke? No, you don't want
You
the
don't want the
smoke.
smoke.
Never heard
And
of
see,
it.
and this is the thing, because I want
haven't
to
either.
I want to clear the air about, we talked about it where I was going to give Alme the smoke.
I almost got that smoke.
Is I have to
I put it on my
explain-
Christmas list.
I went to an inner city high school. There was 3 white guys, and I was one of them.
You were one of the 3.
And
Lucky you.
When
I
I
went to a private school.
when I get ridiculous, I revert straight back to being a black guy.
Yeah.
It's even when I
It's his default. For
even
sure.
when I discipline our son, if I get mad enough,
Oh my God,
I
it's
turn back
ridiculous.
into a
Yeah.
30-year-old black man.
I'm like,
Can we hear a little bit?
Oh, I'm like,
Give me your motherfucking shoes, motherfucker.
Yeah, it
Take
did.
your fucking shoes. Give me my goddamn shoes.
just with less cussing. He's like, you want some, son?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You don't take it, son.
Son.
It's ridiculous. And I even know the facial expressions I'm making are ridiculous. And as you get older, you start catching yourself, and you're like, God, this is a joke. I'm
Oh, and Gunnar
ridiculous."
is terrified of it though.
Oh, it works. Well, he's
Terrified.
still young enough to where it works. I'm just starting to realize my body's falling apart. I'm so injured that, I'm only lifting weights to stay somewhat appearing me.
Yeah. Are you worried one day he's going to realize, like, I think I can take that? Right now.
Oh, it's going to come.
Oh yeah.
can take
Especially
Gunnar.
Gunnar.
Oh,
the
yeah.
young one.
Yeah, because he
He'll
knows
test
judo
me.
and shit.
Dude, he'll test me just because
He will.
he's mean enough. My oldest son will just go sit and kind of pout. You know, he's more like me. He's more of a stewer. He'll go stew on it. Gunner will just be like, shit, I want that smoke pops.
I want that smoke
Come on,
pops.
Pops.
What? You ain't gonna give me that smoke,
Yeah.
old man. You ain't got no smoke.
Guess what, old man? I think the fire's out. I don't think you got any smoke left, old man.
Yeah, he'll be the first one. I can tell you straight up.
This has been a smoky episode. It's been a wonderfully smoky episode.
Uh-huh.
Like ribs,
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
like pulled pork.
I like the McRib.
Yeah, and we've even got, we had some even more questions than we could answer, but shit.
I think we should save it for the sequel.
I do too.
I
think
come
we'll
to
save
Atlanta a few times a year, actually, and
Really?
there's a possibility that this could happen.
Yeah.
I'll bring macaroons again.
it. Dude, we'll
Fuck
go to
yes.
the Claremont sometime.
We should do that. We should do like a live
Could be a
podcast
pre-show.
from the Claremont.
Yes.
Because I'm curious about this. I mean, I've heard about the boobies smashing cans and stuff like that, and girls who funnel broken glass into their vaginas and all this crazy stuff that I just want to see it for
it's
myself.
A party.
Yeah.
That's a professional right there.
Brooke got in a fight at the Claremont with one of the strippers.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I had to pull her out of the stripper's hair.
So she's got a little bit of a black lady inside her
little
too. It sounds
scrappy.
like.
She's way more scrappy. Totally like pop off.
Yeah.
I'm like,
With a few
I've got
drinks
it takes
in
a
me.
while and all that
Yeah.
bullshit.
Count to 10,
And
honey.
plus, I'm old and worn out. She will explode, but then it's over.
Yeah,
I'm like, you know what? Everyone's dead to me for a while. I'm gonna need
Yeah.
my space.
I feel
I'm gonna
you.
go pout.
I
feel
gotta
you.
pout
Yeah.
for a while. It goes back to the softy thing.
No, I
feel you.
We now realize
I'll just take it to 100 and then I'm right back.
Randy
Yeah.
a
Pants
few minutes later.
is a baby back bitch.
I wouldn't say that.
But no, this was awesome, guys.
This was good times. I'm really happy we got to do this.
Absolutely. Y'all gotta come
Really?
back over.
Yeah,
We'll get a babysitter next time and go hit the Claremont.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun. Obviously, anytime you find yourself in New England, you got a place to stay.
Oh, dude,
Should you ever mosey up that way?
we've got to.
I know, we gotta get back up there. We went to a Red
We
Sox
enjoyed
game.
Boston. Yeah.
Oh
went-
yeah, Boston's awesome times.
We marked it off the bucket list. Saw a game at Fenway. It
Went
was
to a
fucking
clam bake.
incredible.
Clam bake.
I
Yeah.
vomited.
Randall hated it.
Why does anyone eat those little elephant dicks?
Oh, the clams?
Yes,
I
they're
love them. Yeah, they're good.
He hated it so
we put,
much.
I got to tell
They're
the story
so
and then we'll
good.
wrap up.
I liked
it was like a real deal. You know, the guy's a fisherman friend of ours. Like it was all legit as fuck. And so she knew I wouldn't eat it, but I was like, I'm gonna try it just because I don't want to be a dick.
He was like, nope.
Put it in my mouth. I was like, oh dear God, this is gonna take 1,000 chews. 1,000. And
You
it
can just
tastes-
slurp it down. You don't even have to chew it. Just swallow.
So I chewed on it.
I know, he
and then I
approached it the
pretended
wrong
it
way.
was gone. Like, I sat there for like 5 minutes, and then it started like hitting my throat. I was like, I'm gonna throw this motherfucker up. I'm gonna throw this damn thing up. And then I just started thinking, it feels like a tiny elephant dick.
Yeah.
It feels like a tiny elephant dick. And I had to run in their bathroom and spit it out and gag, and then I
And
just
then
wanted to
never
leave.
eat anything else. Yeah.
Reverse peristalsis is a bitch, and I will say that that's now we know how the ladies feel swallowing that jizz. Eating clams is a lot like learning how to swallow cum. It really is.
I don't know how oysters either. I can't do any of that shit.
Oh, I love oysters.
It looks
Love
like
'em.
it's a beautiful thing. Like, God, I
So
want to be
delicious.
fancy. I want to try it.
Yeah.
But
Do it with your pinky up.
dude,
And
as soon as
good.
it touched my lips, I'd throw up and shit on everybody just immediately.
Yeah.
Can you? Oh, clams are cooked. Even cooked, it bothers you.
Oh yeah. This is so
He's-
revealing. I'm like a 5-year-old. I'm
Yeah.
a 5-year-old girl.
Chicken
clearly.
nuggets
He's
and
super picky.
mac and cheese.
Basically.
Like, I'm like,
basically.
That looks funny. Oh, but it's delicious. But it looks weird on that spot.
and it smells
Don't
funny.
wanna eat that.
I'm not eating anything. Can someone order me chicken tenders
Yeah.
off the kids' menu?
I'll have chicken tenders. I'll have the corn dog.
Ketchup on the side.
That's ridiculous.
Cheeseburger. Yeah.
The furthest I've gone, Brooke has got me eating avocados and mushrooms now.
Oh, there you go.
I
Those
know.
are both
Expanded my
delicious and
palate.
nutritious.
He's broadened his horizons.
We didn't get to
Good
speak
job,
as
Brooke.
nutritionists today, but those are
And we're
delicious
not
and
going to get
nutritious.
into that conversation.
we're not. We're
with
really
Jason.
We'll cover that
Next time.
I feel
Next
like
time.
Jason could get real in the weeds with that.
Next time. Yes.
Go balls deep with that.
He can get in the
with
fucking
Jason.
weeds with any topic.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
superpower is not shutting the fuck up.
Yes.
All right, well, I said we cheers at the episode.
Cheers,
Cheers, this
motherfuckers.
was awesome.
This has been tons of fun.
Yep.
Tons of fun.
Yep. And all of you listeners out there, go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourselves. We love
Profusely.
you.
Bye.